Good afternoon. Today we are going to discuss another important bias technique and most popularly used bias technique in amplifier circuit is self bias or voltage divider bias circuit. Self bias or voltage divider bias circuit, right? So this is the most popular biasing technique used in most of the amplifier circuits, right? Linear amplifier circuits. Okay, this is the coming to the circuit configuration. This circuit configuration here, the figure A, this will shows the circuit configuration here. Here total four resistors are used: R1, R2, RE, and RC. Okay, number of components in addition to the transistor is four resistive components. One is RC connected between collector to VCC, and R1 connected between base to VCC, R2 connected between base terminal to ground, RE connected between emitter terminal to ground. Right now, here this is the input section. These two are separately drawn here. Two resistors are connected in series. We neglecting the very small base current, so that these two are in series, right? This is R1, this is R2. Okay, if consider the base current, then here the current flowing through R1 is I1, current flowing through R2 is I2 current. If we neglect the base current IB, why? Because IB is small, right? So that the same current flows through the resistor R1 as well as R2. Now the same circuit here, separately drawn here, input section as well as output section. So this is the input section. Input section consists of, this is the loop here, input section. Okay, this is R1, R2 and VCC. We have to find out the equivalent voltage at base V Thevenin. Similarly, equivalent resistance at base R Thevenin by using Thevenin's theorem, right? So this is the output section, RC, RE and transistor, right? Okay, here the first thing is we have to find out this is the base, this is the base terminal. Now for this one we have to find out the Thevenin voltage at base. Similarly, R Thevenin at base. Thevenin and R Thevenin at base by using Thevenin's theorem. Okay, these are the circuits here. These two resistors are separately drawn here. VCC, two resistors R1 and R2, and this is the V Thevenin, and this is the R Thevenin. Okay, how to find V Thevenin here? V Thevenin is equal to, simply apply voltage divide rule here. V Thevenin is equal to, what is the supply voltage here? VCC. VCC into short circuit resistance. Here only one R2 by R1 plus R2, right? Okay, V Thevenin at this node is equal to VCC into R2 by R1 plus R2. Similarly, R Thevenin. While calculating R Thevenin, what are the energy sources in the network can be replaced with their ideal internal resistance values. For this voltage source, it should be short circuit. Current source, open circuit. Short circuit the voltage source. Then the remaining network consists of only two resistors, R1 and R2. We are measuring the equivalent resistance with respect to this point A, so that these two are connected in parallel. So R Thevenin is equal to R1 parallel to R2, right? Okay, now finally we replaced this complete circuit with simple V Thevenin and its equivalent R Thevenin. Okay, whatever may be the circuit here, the total three components here, VCC, R1 and R2, this can be replaced with only two components, right? That is the Thevenin's theorem. What Thevenin's theorem says that any linear network can be equivalently replaced with V Thevenin in series with R Thevenin. Okay, this is about the equivalent circuit. We replaced these three components into two components, V Thevenin in series with R Thevenin. Okay. Now we are assuming that the current flowing in both resistors R1 and R2 are same. I1 is equal to I2 and V Thevenin is equal to I1 into R2. So I1 is equal to VCC by R2. Okay, here consider the only two resistors here, two resistors and same current flowing through this one. We can say something like I1 current. This is R1 and this is R2 and this is ground. Now this is connected to VCC. Okay, here the simplest technique here, this is VThevenin. Okay, the simplest technique is simply apply voltage divider rule, that's it. What voltage divider rule? VThevenin is equal to VCC into grounded resistor. Okay, here R2 is connected to ground, so that R2 by R1 plus R2. So VThevenin is equal to VCC into R2 by R1 plus R2. Similarly, R Thevenin is equal to R1 parallel to R2, right? R Thevenin is equal to R1 parallel to R2. So that R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, already I explained that while calculating R Thevenin, use this circuit, right? This is the equivalent circuit to calculate the R Thevenin. Okay, here the voltage source replaced with short circuit. Now with respect to this point, these two resistors R1 and R2 are in parallel. Okay, equivalently drawn here, R1, R2, A and ground. So with respect to this point, these two resistors are in parallel, R1 parallel to R2. Okay, now coming to the equivalent circuit of voltage divider bias circuit. Okay, the basic voltage divider bias circuit consists of total four resistors. Now the equivalent circuit consists of only three resistors, right? Okay, here it is the input section. That input section completely replaced. Okay, R1, R2 and VCC completely replaced with VThevenin in series with RThevenin. Okay, this is the base and this node is the collector node and this node is the emitter node. Okay, here we have to take the output voltage with respect to ground. Okay. Okay, this is the V Thevenin is equal to VCC into R2 by R1 plus R1. R Thevenin is equal to R1 parallel to R2. Okay, here these are all the current direction, IC current, IB current and IE current. Now here input section. By using input section, we have to derive the base current expression in terms of two ways, two categories. One is in terms of resistor values, IB, in terms of resistor values, and beta, and one more is VCC. Okay. or some power supply. VCC or here Thevenin voltage. Anyhow, so base current in terms of resistor values, beta or HFE, beta or HFE and voltage levels. And second one is IB in terms of IC. Why? Because this is for stability. Okay, we have to express the base current in terms of collector current to find out the stability factor. Okay, anyhow, we have considered the input section. What input section consists of? This is the input section here. Now we have to apply KVL to this loop, right? This is the loop. We have to apply KVL to this loop. What it consists of here? VThevenin, RThevenin, and current flowing through RThevenin is IB current. And there is a junction voltage VBE. Okay, remember, whenever we apply some KVL to the input loop, always we consider the base to emitter junction, that is always forward bias. And emitter current into RE. Okay, this is the loop. Right now we have to apply the KVL. Okay, this is the KVL. V Thevenin is equal to IB into R Thevenin plus VBE plus IE into RE. Now IA is equal to IB plus IC. We may neglect base current, or we may consider, okay, here we neglected the base current, then IE approximately equal to IC. Okay, IA approximately equal to IC. Then replace again IC is equal to, why? Because we are expressing the IB in terms of resistors beta and supply voltages or Thevenin voltages. So that IA replaced with IC and IC again replaced with beta times IB. So IC is replaced with beta times IB. Right? Okay. Substitute these two condition here. IA approximately equal to IC. IC is equal to beta times IB. That is equal to IB is equal to V Thevenin minus VBE by R Thevenin plus beta into RE. Right? Okay, here it may be 1 plus, suppose 1 plus beta is beta very much greater than 1. Okay, beta into RE. So IB base current is equal to V Thevenin minus VBE by R Thevenin plus beta into R. Now what is IC? IC is equal to beta times IB. Same, just simply add for this one beta. That's it, right? Okay, now coming to the output section. What output section consists of here? There is a one resistor. Okay, there is a one resistor and transistor here, and one more resistor RE, right? This is VCC, and current flowing through this one is, this is RC, and current flowing through this one is IC current. And whenever we apply the output loop, consider the junction voltage collected to emitter VCE, and this is RE. Now this one is ground. So what is current flowing through RE? That is equal to IE current. IA is equal to IB plus IC. Okay. Now apply KVL to this loop. So VCC is equal to IC into RC plus VCE plus IE into RE is equal to 0. So IE approximately equal to IC. So VCC is equal to ICRC plus VCE ICRE. Now again, okay, here in this case also we are neglecting the base current, right? Now VCC is equal to, take common IC here, RC plus RE plus VC. From that VC is equal to VCC minus RC plus RE into IC, right? Okay, now this is the VCEQ. Okay, this is the VCEQ. So that we can easily calculate Q point values, operating point values, VCEQ, and previously we derived the expression, here is ICQ. By using these two expressions, ICQ and VCEQ, we can easily calculate Q point, right? ICQ and VCEQ. Okay, from here itself, what is the maximum value of IC? IC maximum value is equal to VCC by, we may neglect VCE. So maximum value is equal to VCC by RC plus RE. Okay, now come to the stability factor here. Stability factor. Okay, this is the self-bias circuit here. Now, for stability factor, already we know that express the base current in terms of collector current. Okay, already we know V Thevenin is equal to VCC into R2 by R1 plus R2. R Thevenin is equal to R1 parallel to R2. So R Thevenin is equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Now this is the loop. Now by using this loop, express the base current in terms of collector current. Okay, V Thevenin minus IB into R Thevenin minus VBE minus IB into RE minus IC into RE is equal to 0. Why? Because IE current is equal to, okay, emitter current is equal to IB plus IC. Emitter current is equal to IB plus IC. That's why minus IB into RE minus IC into RE is equal to 0. Now IB is equal to V Thevenin minus VBE minus IC into RE by R Thevenin plus RE. Okay, this is the base current expression in terms of collector current, right? For stability factor, we have to derive DIB by DIC. Okay, differentiate above expression with respect to IC. DIB by DIC. That is equal to, okay, these are all the constant here. V Thevenin minus VBE by R Thevenin plus RE all are constant. So constant of differentiation is 0. So 0 minus, and coming to remaining this one with respect to IC 1, then the remaining one is minus RE by DIB by DIC is equal to minus RE by R Thevenin plus RE, right? Once you know that DIB by DIC, we can easily derive the expression for stability factor. Now S is equal to stability factor, S is equal to 1 plus beta by 1 minus beta into DIB by DIC. So that is equal to, S is equal to 1 plus beta by 1 plus beta into, so minus minus plus 1 plus beta into RE by R Thevenin plus RE. Now simplify this one, right? Uh, that is equal to R Thevenin 1 plus beta into R Thevenin plus RE by R Thevenin plus RE plus beta into RE. Now further simplification, 1 plus beta into R Thevenin plus RE by, take common here RE. So R Thevenin plus RE, this is RE into 1 plus beta. Now 1 plus beta into, again take common RE here. Now 1 plus R Thevenin by RE by RE into 1 plus beta plus R Thevenin by RE. Now RE get cancelled here. Now the stability factor, final expression for stability factor is equal to, this is the stability factor. So stability factor S is equal to 1 plus beta into 1 plus R Thevenin by Re by 1 plus beta plus R Thevenin by Re. Okay, now here itself we consider if this ratio is very small, if this ratio is very small, that is R Thevenin by Re is very small, that means very much less than 1. So that this one neglected here, this one also neglected, then 1 plus beta by 1 plus beta. Now here in this case, S value approximately equal to 1. So this achieves the ideal stability factor value. When stability factor having low value, stability, operating point stability is very, very high. Right? Okay. If the condition is satisfied only when R Thevenin very much less than Re, or otherwise Re very much greater than, this is the condition. Re very much greater than R Thevenin. Right? Okay, this is the condition here. Okay, verify here. So if R Thevenin by Re very much less than 1, or R Thevenin very much less than Re, or Re very much greater than R Thevenin, then only stability factor approximately 1. And second, okay, this is not practical thing, but if R Thevenin by Re uh, is tends to infinity, that is very, very high, R Thevenin by Re very much greater than 1, very, very high, then the stability factor is equal to 1 plus beta. Right. Now, what is the effect of beta on collector current? Right. Okay, why? Because as temperature increases, okay, with respect to stability point of view, as temperature increases, HF increases, or beta increases, beta and also collector current also increases. Okay, what is the effect of beta? Okay, due to temperature effect on collector current. Then how to find this one here? How to find means IB is equal to, this IB is in terms of resistors, voltage and beta. Remember this one. So IB is equal to V Thevenin minus VBE by R Thevenin plus beta RE. Then IC is equal to beta times IB. IC is equal to beta times IB, then beta into IB here. Then further simplify. Okay, this is the expression. Now express the collector current in terms of beta. To find the effect of beta on collector current, express the collector current in terms of beta. So what is the expression here? V Thevenin minus VBE by Re plus R Thevenin by beta. Okay, if this one R Thevenin by beta. Okay, now we consider here Re very much greater than R Thevenin by beta. Now, in this case, what happens means you may neglect R Thevenin by beta. If this condition is satisfied, Re very much greater than R Thevenin by beta is satisfied. Right? Now, what is the expression here? What is the remaining expression here? IC is equal to V Thevenin minus VBE by Re. So, this is the collector current expression. Observe here. This collector current is independent of beta. Remember this one, right? This collector current is independent of beta. That means whatever the, if temperature changes, beta changes, IC also changes, what we observe. But here, if the condition is satisfied, what is the condition here? If this condition is satisfied, Re very much greater than R Thevenin by beta if we choose the resistor values. Okay, what is the condition here? Re very much greater than R Thevenin by beta. Then collector current independent of beta, right? What is R Thevenin? Already you know R Thevenin is equal to R1 parallel to R2. That means R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So Re very much greater than R1 plus R2, R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2 by beta. Okay, then only the collector current is independent of temperatures, right? Then coming to the problem here. Okay, here the given problem is consider the CE amplifier, common emitter amplifier, right? Just some self-bias configuration given VCC is equal to 12 volts, R1 is equal to 10K, R2 is equal to 5K, RC is equal to 1 kilo ohm, and RE is equal to 2 kilo ohm, beta is equal to 100. Okay, these are the given parameters. What are the resistor values? R1 10K, R2 5K, RC 1 kilo ohm, RE 2 kilo ohm, beta 100, and power supply is equal to 12 volts. Okay, here the determine what is the here the given coordinates coordinates of the operating point. Okay, only thing is find the operating point coordinates, right? Okay, this is the operating point or Q point. What are the Q point coordinates? VCEQ, comma ICQ. So here to find VCEQ and ICQ. Okay, first thing is, okay, already we know I have to calculate the V Thevenin. Okay, here in this problem, I consider the VT is the V Thevenin and RB is the R Thevenin. Okay, don't confuse whether RB here, RB is equal to R1 into R2 by R1 plus R2. This is the Thevenin resistance. Okay, here the notation is here in this problem, R Thevenin is equal to RB, right? We consider RVT is equal to VTH. Okay, so far we use the notation VTH is the Thevenin voltage, RTH is the Thevenin resistance. In this problem, we consider VT and RB, right? Okay, V Thevenin is equal to 4 volt, R Thevenin is equal to 3.3 kilo ohm. Then apply KVL to this base loop. Okay, this is the KVL here. VT is equal to IB into RB, VBE plus emitter current IB plus IC into RE. Now replace IB with IC by beta, okay, so that we can calculate IC here. So IC by beta, RB, VBE, wherever IB replace with IC by beta. Okay, now the collector current is equal to 1.61 milliamperes. Okay, 1.61 milliamperes. He neglected the base current is very small. Or otherwise, we may calculate IB is equal to IC by beta. Beta is equal to 100 here by 100. So 1.61 by 1.61 milliampere by 100. That is the IB current, very small. Okay. Now what is VCE? VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC minus IERE. Okay, IE approximately equal to IC. So that take common IC, RC plus RE. Already we derived, calculated IC, that is equal to 1.61 milliamperes. Now VCE Q is equal to 7.17 volt. right? Okay. Okay, these are the coordinates of the operating point. What are the values here? One value is 7.17 and another one is 1.61. Okay, okay, this is the DC load line concept here. Now around approximately middle of the DC load line, this is 7.17 and this value is 1.61 milliamperes. Okay, this is the Q point. Okay. Now second one is stability factor. Okay. Find the stability factor. Okay, already we derived the expression for stability factor. S is equal to 1 plus beta into 1 plus RB. Okay, R Thevenin by RB by 1 plus beta plus R Thevenin by RE. Okay, already we calculated R Thevenin given RE given beta. Then stability factor S is equal to 2.6. Okay, observe here, very, very small. It is very near to 1. Okay, stability factor is equal to 2.6. That means the stability factor value approaches to ideal stability factor value 2.6. Okay, so far we consider two to three four configurations. In all four configurations, in my first configuration, what is stability factor? 1 plus beta. If beta is equal to 100 means 1 not 1. Then remaining and previous last case problem also 52, right? Okay, here in this case, S value is equal to 2.6, very, very small. That means S value small means the stability of the system. The stability, that means the collector current or Q point does not affect on temperatures. Okay, much not affect. Okay, of course it will affect very, very minute, right? It not much that it will affect. Why? Because the stability factor value is very, very small. And also we already derived the condition for collector current. What is collector current? If Re very much greater than Rb by beta, then collector current is independent of beta. Okay, using these two conditions also, S value is small, so that stability is more. Okay, these are all the conclusions of voltage divider bias circuits here. Okay, here the circuit configuration is voltage divider bias. The main advantage is the circuit Q point. Q point values are stable against the changes in HF. Remember here, the main advantage compared to remaining all bias techniques. So far, including self bias, we discussed total 5 biasing circuits. Total 5 biasing circuits. Among all 5, right, self bias is the most popularly used in amplifier circuits. Why? Because the stability factor value is very small. Stability of the circuit is very, very high. What is the stability is high means the Q point not much that change with respect to HFE. So the circuit Q point values are stable against changes with respect to HFE or beta. Both are same. Okay, the disadvantage is compared to previous, it will requires more components. Okay, more components means okay, the total 4 resistors, right? Main important application is used primarily to bias linear amplifiers. And these are all the load line equations here. Maximum collector current is equal to, it depends upon, you may neglect VCE, so that VCC by RC plus RE, VCC by RC plus RE. VC of is equal to VCC. Okay, here this is the load line here. Okay, here the maximum here, x-axis no problem. That is always VCC is the maximum. Only thing is y-axis we have to calculate. So IC saturation or IC maximum, that is equal to VCC by RC plus RE. Then already we derived the expression VCEQ and ICQ. Just simply apply KVL to the base loop, that will gives the IB. By using IB, you can calculate ICQ or derive ICQ. Then apply KVL to the output loop, derive the VCEQ expression, right? Okay, this is the VCEQ and this is the ICQ. Okay, approximately VE by RE. Okay. Now again in detail, advantage is summary of self bias circuit here. Operating point is almost independent of beta variation. Operating point is stabilized against shift in temperature. Now we are observed here the two conditions here given. Okay, if stability factor is small, what is the condition here? RE is large. If RE is large, IVCC is necessary. This increases the cost as well. Okay. Now we have the two cases here. If R1 parallel to R2 is small, that means R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. R1 is low or R2 is low or both are low. Okay, here the two cases. A low R1 rises the VB closer to VC. Okay, if we choose the R1 is low, low R1 rises the base voltage which is close to VC, reducing the available swing in collector voltage. That is the problem. And limiting the large RC can be made without driving the transistor out of active mode. That is the problem. And second problem is, okay, all these things can be analyzed if you consider the amplifier only, right? A low R2 lowers the VBE, reducing the allowed collector current, lowering the both resistor values, draws more current from the power supply and lowers the input resistance of the amplifier. Okay, if you choose low R2, input resistance reduces. If you choose low R1 and base voltage increases, then due to this what happened, the transistor come out of from active region. So that we have to take the compromised values, right? And second one is AC as well as DC feedback is caused by RE, which reduces the AC voltage gain of the amplifier. Okay, this is the negative feedback. Okay, compulsory gain of the amplifier reduces. Okay, these are all the some conditions to stabilize the operating point, right? An important application is the circuit stability and merits as above make it widely used for linear circuits or linear amplifier circuits. Okay, this is the most popularly used bias technique in amplifier circuits. Okay. Okay, this is about self bias, right? With this, we complete the bias techniques. Total 5 bias techniques, right? If you have any doubts, please post in our WhatsApp group. Thank you.